What is going on, New World fanatics? It's your boy Yeshua here. Today we're going to be talking about some gameplay thoughts on New World and the potential future that New World is going to be taking. Now that we've got a couple weeks into it, we've been grinding, there's a lot of max levels, and everyone's working their way to the top. What that means is there's a lot of individuals that are going to get there before everyone else, and when new influx of players decide that they wanted to finally play, because queue times are down or whatever the case may be, they finally saw that the game is, amazing. So they want to play. It's going to be difficult for those types of people to really find the groups that we've been able to find, right? What this means is the potential addition and what I think gameplay wise needs to be added or could potentially be added into New World is the addition of faction chests. Now, if faction chests might be a little too much for Amazon, the addition of even company chests, a chest where individuals in a company or, like I said, faction are able to share loot through one another by storing it in there, and every individual in that same company or same faction will then be able to go ahead and loot from that chest. Now, what this means is a lot of those individuals that are starting to play the game will have access to loot that has just been stored as access by individuals who are higher level, doing, for example, things like these corrupted portals. These corrupted portals for individuals who are level 60, 50, 55, even in those higher level ranges, they're not getting loot that they're using. What they can do with that excess loot is not only salvage it if they need the salvage parts, but they can also put it into these chests. Once put into these chests, they can go ahead and store it for individuals that are lower level and that need this type of gear, or let's say the gear is not of use to them with the kind of attributes that they don't need. In the example, I'm using life staff at the moment and I go off of focus. What that means is gear that is using strength doesn't necessarily fit into my build. I can go ahead and store that into one of these chests for use of someone else. Now, does this potentially make the game too easy for people? That should be a question on everyone's mind, and why they might not add a certain thing like this. I would go as far as saying that maybe it doesn't. It doesn't necessarily make it easy if these individuals are having a hard time already finding the same resources that we've been able to find. I just don't know if the hype around being able to find groups the same way we've been able to is going to stay around forever. If it is, that's amazing. But I worry that some individuals that are just starting the game out are going to have a hard time finding the same amount of groups that we've been able to find because of kind of playing during the launch times, and there's a lot of hype around the game at the moment. Now, I do think in the future, when everyone is a higher tier and they get the level 60 gear, they're going to have no use when they're Azoth farming the corrupted portals, especially if they remain glitched. So, given that this gear is not going to be of use to them, being able to put it somewhere that they can just store it, get it out of their inventory space, even if they have full repair parts and they just want to store it for someone else in their company, or like I said, faction, it would just be a nice, cool addition to kind of bring some community aspect to the game. Given that it is very community based, it would be nice to kind of help out every individual possible that we can. Let me know what you guys think down below about these changes and what you think the potential changes in New World could be taking in the future. We're seeing that the game is clearly being updated, clearly going to continue being updated, so that's awesome on our end as players. We get to decide, hopefully, what we want in some aspect of things, but let me know what you guys think in terms of these chests and whether you would like to see it being added into New World in the future down below. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want more New World content. This is Yeshua, and Marauders are out.